Hello and welcome back to another unboxing video. This is just another one of those videos where I do a quick unboxing of a lot of the things I bought off eBay recently. I've saved up quite a few different things here actually from the last few weeks. Got quite a mixed bag actually. So let's get started. There's a few digital cameras amongst all this I think. Amongst other camcorders. Oh, it's a Sony CyberShot. We've got here DS-CX6 Oh, it's got a battery in it. And it's actually working. Wow. That's good then. Let's try taking a picture. Yeah, that's working. Let's play. There we go, that's the picture we just took. Must have a memory card in it as well then. Let's have a look. It has. Oh, 128 meg memory stick. No charger with this one, although I do have other cameras that take the same battery, so it's getting harder and harder to find some of the older Sony cameras actually that are still working. Because as I mentioned before, back in the early 2000s there was a worldwide problem with the CCDs used in these and a lot of other brands as well. You would end up with just a washed out picture, or just no picture at all, or just distortion. Sony did offer a free repair if you had an issue with your camera at the time. So a lot of cameras you end up buying from that time period don't end up actually working at all. Oh, there's another memory card there. Another 64 megabyte. Can't remember what I paid for that now. I don't think it was a lot. It's a bit of a heavier one. Oh, Casio. Oh, so the main sleeve with it as well. That's good. And it's a proper Casio one. That's handy because I've got quite a few Casio cameras. KV-6000 SX. 1.8 inch screen. Takes 4 AA batteries. Pixels is that? 1.3 million pixels. Movie play. Let's have a quick look at that. Now the case is in there and it's got all strange. Weird. I think some of the materials now are starting to break down for certain things. So to get to around the 20-year-old age period, and start breaking down. That's got all the packaging in there and everything. Oh, that's nice. Quite heavy, that means the batteries must be in it. They are. It's got Duracells in it, and they seem to be, in my experience, the worst ones for leaking. It's not coming on. Sometimes the batteries have a use-by date. Oh, it says March 2029. So does that mean the camera's not working? Or they put the batteries in the wrong way around? So that one's that way. It's not coming on. I can't remember now if it was sold as faulty or not. They're digital, DC in, video out and digital, so it's not USB, it's serial. All the instructions are there, and I can see a serial cable as well. Oh. Here, a power supply. Oh yes, I remember now. I ordered this quite recently actually, that's come quite fast. So a power supply for a Commodore A500 hard drive, GVP hard drive. I've been after one of these for so long. I think I paid about £33 for this in the end. So if anyone needs to know, DSA1502 in the model number. It's got a 12 volts and a 5 volt output, so I'll be able to finally test my external hard drive now. fact, that may even fit the Commodore 1541s. That may fit that. Well, I've just realised I didn't have the microphone switched on, so I'm only going to have audio from the ceiling camera, if that's even any good. So well, the microphone's on now anyway, so we'll see how we get on with that in editing. You can see a bit of yellow there, and this must be another Kodak camera. Which one is it? Let's have a look. Oh, it's an early one, DC 120. That's from around the late 90s, I think, that model. Let's have a look at it. Nice to have it in the box, actually. I do like having the original boxes. Got the software there and a load of instructions, another bump. And there's the camera. Got the colour screen on it, this one has. Card slot on the back there. I guess there's no card in it. No. Batteries are in there. This has got its battery cover because sometimes it ends up being missing. Let's see if it will power on. I think you just slide it open to turn it on. This one, yeah, here we go. Well, the LCD display came on for a second. Maybe the batteries have gone. No. Hopefully it's just the batteries, because it says it's got a colour screen on the back there. This is the at the beginning of the digital camera age, when the manufacturers couldn't quite decide which way to go regarding shapes of cameras. Started off as like a binocular or monocular, and obviously eventually they went to the shape of this and smaller. No cable, unfortunately, but I think I've got one somewhere. I think it's some kind of proprietary DIN serial cable, if I remember rightly. Another little one. Oh, it's come. It's funny, I've just asked the seller today where this is. Certainly packed it well. Unusual JVC digital camera. Digital camera GCS5, 1.5 megapixels. Again, another odd design. Quite an unusual shape. It's nice to hold though. And this will take a proprietary battery. Take smart media cards. Where's the battery go? Here we go. Oh, it's actually got a battery with it. I might have a charger for that. BNV101 rechargeable infilithium battery. The early days of infilithium batteries in cameras. It was quite expensive back then. I think this is from around about 2002. It's even got a thumb wheel on the bottom there to change the brightness of the LCD panel. That's unusual. You don't see many of those around actually. Well, I like that big wheel on the back to turn for the modes. Here. It's a camcorder. Let's see what we've got in here. It's a JVC clone, this is. There we go. And this is the Akai version. There we go. Video movie. Oh, the hand straps come away. If that'll go back in even. The JVC version of this, I think it's the GX-N7, I think. That one's red, and Ferguson did one of these as well in black. It's an unusual looking camera actually. Got a battery and then a charger. But the plug's not even on it. They put a brand new plug in there. does not attach. I'm taking it off for some reason. Let's see what's in the little side pocket. Instruction manual. There's no year on there, but I think if I remember rightly, it was 1987 this came out. It's getting on a bit. Nice cases. I remember seeing that in Star Trek. I think it was season 1 of The Next Generation. Painted it grey and put obviously the Starfleet emblem on it. I'm sure Patrick Stewart was the one carrying it, but I've not found the clip yet. Let's see what we've got in here. Looks like another camcorder. Dusty. That's another clone. Battery in there, power supply. This again is a JVC clone. The JVC model for this one was a GX2, I think, or GN2. I always forget the model numbers now. It's got the unusual viewfinder that slides out like that. Quite weird. VHS-C. This is a brand of ITT. This one. Again, Ferguson did a clone of this as well, but primarily it was a JVC camera. No power in there. Alright, what else have we got? Getting through them now. Let's do some little ones and I'll do the big ones last. I used a cereal box of some kind. I think it's probably a digital camera. Bought quite a number of these recently. Buying all the old ones up. Find them quite interesting. And it is... oh, it's a Dimera. A Relais Dimera. Or Relicis. Very early digital camera this is. I wonder if it's got its memory card. It's got a really peculiar memory card. Takes one battery. A 3-volt lithium battery. Such a light camera. Ah, good, it's got his memory card. Look at that. Such an unusual memory card that is. 2 megabytes. So thin. I opened one of these recently in another video actually, some time ago now. So you've got digital out and 3 volts in. I bet that's probably not even a... it's probably only 100k or 300k pixels. Let's open this one now. I bought this ages ago. I'm meaning to open this. I think it's a TV. Oh, well, it's in this original box. Certainly packed it well. There we go. This little Sony Trinitron. Let's have a look. I think this was sold to me as unworking. I think he said he tried it but couldn't get any life out of it. I've been after one of these for years. Heavy. These are getting quite hard to get hold of now. That's the original bag it would have come in back in the day. Wow. It's a Sony. So what's the model number? KV-6000 BE. Serial number is just 87 in the run. Wow, it's an early one. Got a battery input there. It uses the MP1 battery if I remember rightly. It's the same as the Sony. Is it? What's the model number? I forget. It's the SV1. I think portable video kit they did. Betamax. Got a video out, audio out, and audio and video in. A handle on the top there. Made in Japan. Such an unusual tube, you can see a lot of like silver around the edge of it. Didn't come with a power supply. I've ordered that separately. I think it should be amongst all of this. I think this is the power supply in here. Feels like it's heavy enough. Couldn't believe it actually. It's like I searched on eBay, I managed to find out the model number of the power supply. Searched on eBay and there happened to be one on there at the same time as the TV from a separate seller. Couldn't believe my luck. Because it's so particular to this TV because of the way it fits on the back. Just on the back there's two runners. Press that switch in to release it basically and it clips on the back of the TV. It's the AC1200 model number, 18 volt output. I'll have to try that in a bit, see if it works. It just dropped out of another box just now. Car battery cord. Oh, that's from this, that was it, I remember now. He said he tried it on in the car. But I can see there's a piece missing there. In fact, that's not even for this. So, no wonder it didn't work if he tried it in the car. I'm sure he said he tried it in his car. I might be wrong. Right, last one. Another camcorder. This is an unusual one, if I remember rightly. Because I've been after a camcorder with a colour CRT for quite some time now, but there weren't many around. Then I stumbled across this. Yes, here we go. It's a Mitsubishi. Charger and a tape. Here we go. So Mitsubishi, and the model number is HS-CX6. I'll just show that up closer to the camera. So as you can see there, it says colour, True Finder, and it's like an unusual shape. And what gave it away to me as being CRT is it's got a brightness control underneath there, which you don't normally get on an LCD screen camera. But doing a bit more research, it turns out it is actually a black and white CRT viewfinder in there, but it has a colour wheel that spins very fast. I forget how many cycles per second it spins, to give the illusion that it's a colour viewfinder. So I can't wait to try that out. I'll have to do a separate video on that, open it up and have a look inside. I don't suppose the camera will work itself. It's getting on a bit now. VHS-C. Although it could do, you never know. Okay, let's try out this Sony TV and see if it works. See how this goes on. I think it just clips on the back there. Don't want it to play ball. That mechanism doesn't want to stay on, so I'll just plug it in and see what happens. Okay, fingers crossed it doesn't blow up. Let's try it. Is the power supply on? Oh, I can hear hissing. There, we've got some static coming through there, so it's working. Wow, I've been very lucky there. Obviously I won't get any stations on it now because it's analogue. Wow, very lucky I'll be able to use that as a monitor. I wanted one of those for so long. I think I paid around about £50 for the TV itself and about just less than a tenner for the power supply. So it's been a while now since I bought it, so I can't remember. I'll have to do a separate video on it working. Well, there you go. That's today's unboxing video finished, and I've got some quite interesting gadgets here to explore in the future. Looking forward to trying out that camera actually and seeing how the viewfinder works. I'll probably do a separate video all about that. Been extremely lucky with that Sony TV working. As I said before, it was sold to me as not working. And I've been lucky to get a power supply for it. Can't wait to use that actually in some vintage consoles. Well, I think that's just about it then. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you.